Let's take a look at 21 mistakes that you might have missed in episodes from Season 6 of SpongeBob. You don't want to miss these, so watch closely and see if you can spot them. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, Penny Foolish. The first episode we'll be taking a look at today is Penny Foolish. In this episode, Mr. Krabs sees SpongeBob pick up a penny and begins doing everything in his power to get it from him.
Hey, borrow penny.
A penny? Sure!
During his quest to acquire a single penny, there are a few mistakes along the way. So let's check those out, starting at the very beginning.
Not really.
I didn't think so. Oh, wait! I almost forgot me coupons!
Sir, these expired over 30 years ago.
What does that mean?
It means they're no good. Sir, I'll just throw those away for you.
The mistake here happens in the background. There's an empty shopping basket on the counter behind Mr. Krabs. But the next time we see it, it's suddenly full of groceries. Mr. Krabs clearly walks away after paying for his groceries. He is watching SpongeBob pick up the penny when the cashier says,
Come to Papa, come to Papa.
And suddenly, he's back in line, and there is a crowd of people behind him. Later on, in Mr. Krabs' desperate attempt to get the penny from SpongeBob, he picks him up and shakes him. It happens really fast, but slowed down, you can see SpongeBob's arm go missing for a few frames.
It's just gotta be in there somewhere.
On SpongeBob's second inhale, the outline of his left eye disappears for a moment. You can spot it even without having to slow down the clip. For this next one, watch the inside of Mr. Krabs' mouth and see if you can spot a mistake. It's another one of those really quick small mistakes, but the inside of his mouth flashes between dark red to a lighter shade of red for a split second.
I feel so relieved. There was no penny after all.
Number 2, the Splinter. Up next is the Splinter, the episode that made us all cringe.
Ah! 2 Krabby Patties, P.S.
The episode revolves around this Splinter. SpongeBob can't cook properly with the Splinter, and Squidward notices this. SpongeBob is afraid he's going to tell Mr. Krabs, and he goes to Patrick for help.
Ow!
There appears to be a little bit of swelling.
As expected, he only makes the situation worse. At the beginning of the episode, SpongeBob's spatula gets stuck in the ceiling. In the next scene, when SpongeBob has stacked a tower of boxes to reach it, the ceiling is much higher up than before, making SpongeBob look so tiny in comparison.
I hear you, I hear you.
Okay, good, because these 2 Krabby Patties are ready!
SpongeBob sets 2 Krabby Patties on the window, and we can see them from the kitchen when SpongeBob and Squidward are talking. A few minutes later, no one has grabbed the food and taken it anywhere, but they are missing in this scene. SpongeBob goes outside the Krusty Krab, where Patrick dresses up as a doctor. Watch his mouth in this scene and see if you notice anything.
You called the right person, Mr. SpongeBob. Now, let's see where the problem's at. Interesting.
Patrick's mouth, whenever he first appears, is brown on the inside, and it only appears this way for this one scene. In the next scene, it returns to a dark red color. Then Patrick does this.
Interesting.
Patrick, this isn't helping.
Pretty nasty. But SpongeBob's socks and shoes are off in the close-up. But in the faraway shot, you can see his sock is back on his foot. Pretty impressive skills on Patrick's part, or a mistake. In this next mistake, try to spot it on your own during this clip.
Well, maybe. I don't have to tell Mr. Krabs.
Whenever SpongeBob grabs his heart after SpongeBob scares him, his belt is missing.
Okay.
Number 3, Not Normal. Next up is Not Normal from Season 6. In this episode, Squidward insists that SpongeBob become normal.
There are people that are normal. And then there's you.
Really?
Squidward is tired of SpongeBob, as usual. At the start of the episode, SpongeBob wakes up Squidward by laughing.
What the?
when Squidward darts up. But before he sticks his head through the canopy of his bed, the wrinkles on his forehead disappear. Then they return a split second later. SpongeBob sets out on a quest to learn how to become normal. He even watches a video on it.
How to be normal. This videotape should help.
In this scene, there's a mistake. Did you see it? If you look closely, SpongeBob's left arm is missing while he's holding the VHS tape. Gradually, SpongeBob starts to change. Even before any noticeable changes happen, things seem to disappear. Try to spot it in this clip.
Hi, how are you?
What's the meaning of this?
I took your advice. From now on, I'm normal.
Normal, huh?
Yep,
Oh, really?
yep.
Whatever.
Throughout this entire scene, SpongeBob's freckles disappear and then reappear. In almost every close-up shot, the freckles on his cheeks are present, but in the faraway shots, they're absent. Another thing that also changes between shots in this scene is the L on SpongeBob's name tag. During close-up shots, it's written like a standard L, but in the faraway shots, it's a cursive L. You can also see here in this scene a to-do list on the wall behind SpongeBob. It's spelled normally now, but in later clips, the O is missing in do, and it's spelled TOD list.
Getting away from me, you little creature!
What's wrong with me? I need to understand normal!
Number 4, Spongicus. Last on our list is Spongicus, a play on the gladiator name Spartacus. In this episode, Plankton surprises everyone by destroying the chum bucket and replacing it with a gladiator arena.
Finally giving up on the restaurant business. Couldn't take the competition.
At the beginning of the episode, SpongeBob is cleaning the glass door of the Krusty Krab whenever this mistake occurs with his teeth.
How much chum could a sea slug chug if a sea slug could chug?
It's really hard to see the mistake unless it's slowed down. When SpongeBob freaks out and his eyes jump out of his head, his left tooth flickers between white and yellow for a few frames. Whatever he sees freaks him out enough to call Mr. Krabs. But here's the weird thing. That payphone he uses, which is just conveniently next to him in the scene, isn't there at the start of the episode. Nor is it there after Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob exit the building. The next set of mistakes occur towards the end of the episode, 2 of which are in the same scene.
Sorry, honey.
Wow! Looks like Plankton finally has some customers.
I agree. It's very suspicious. And he may have lured a few of our fair-weather customers.
The cashier's boat in the back is missing the register, which we really don't see at all in the episode except at the beginning, and it's there right in front of Squidward. The second mistake in this scene is Patrick's lips. For some reason, they are drawn in pink, but in a very similar shot right after this one, they're black again. And lastly, try to spot this final mistake. The Krusty Krab sign that always sits outside of the store, like it was at the beginning of the episode, is missing. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe. Then click the video on screen to watch our newest video. See you there.